Hello guys, what's up? It's Ro here. The finale is here, and we're in the Super Bowl. Perfect timing, right? Yeah. So we have a challenge upon our hands. Today, we're going to be running the Ravens NFL Live playbook for the Super Bowl, and also we're going to be doing a challenge. We're going to see if I can run the IForm-1 formation and the Heisman formation. So basically, prior to this, I was working on some schemes. I was constructing a scheme out of this to see if this can work. And by the looks of it, it can actually work because if in the IForm-1 formation, which is considered like the IForm-1 strong formation in some ways, basically how it works is that you can move your second fullback or your first fullback like in different directions. Now, if you were to move your running back in like a pass play, it becomes like a far formation or like a near formation depending on how you do it. Now, obviously, I haven't like tested I have tested before like this Super Bowl game, and it actually worked. This is the second time again because I felt EA'd. I'm gonna have to confess that straight up front. So if you guys are ready for the finale, please be sure to drop a like and don't forget to subscribe because after this series, we're gonna be coming out with a QB1 series, and I'm gonna be pumping out some Madden 25 Retro Career Mode series, and hopefully I can do a relocation franchise mode. Again, I'm gonna be trying to I'm gonna be trying as much to not play every single game. The reason why I say this is because I think it's because I want, and as you can see right here, the Power 1 strong formation. So as you can see, there are two fullbacks, Okoye and Knox. Michael Thomas does what he does as he was a wide receiver, and he's in for the touchdown. As a running back, and that's normal, and he does an Odell Beckham Jr. dance. That was in Madden 16. Oh, baby. So, yeah, as you might have seen in the start of the video, we started as field goals so that way, I could power through the video and do some good stuff. The thing is, and I'm going to have to address this many times, is that the formation that I run, IForm-1 strong, and the Heisman are pretty good. They're really good in depending on what schemes you run, like what schemes you construct in. So I would usually run certain schemes and make sure okay, this is good, okay, this might be bad. Certain things I work out, and then I realize, okay, this can be a good video, then I will run it. Every single time I run a different formation, a different playbook, I always have to make sure that I watch a video beforehand, or I have to construct the scheme in practice mode. And I can actually might show you in might do this every once in a while. As you can see right here, we force a fumble. Good job. I actually might show you might do a video that I do a head-to-head, I construct a scheme and actually use that to my advantage. So as you can see, we have a pass play. So what I realized is that you can actually pass it to your backup quarterback. because in the Heisman formation, you could have halfback, a dual halfback system, and a dual quarterback system. So if you think about it, if back in the day, if they had if Joe Flacco was traded, you can imagine Joe Flacco pitching it to Mark Jackson or Mark Ingram the second. I mean, is that a good idea or what? Like, that sounds pretty cool because, like, in my eyes, I'm like, okay, that actually makes sense. Like, I actually learn, hey, it could actually make sense. Or it can't actually make sense. You know what I mean? And the Super Bowl 55, by the way, and with the changes that I made and everything, it's pretty spectacular. And Cam Newton, obviously, is a pretty good quarterback. I'm not gonna lie. As you know, he has been signed with the Patriots. It's gonna be a renaissance for us because, like, as you know, I'm a Patriots fan. It's gonna be interesting because this is gonna be the first time the Patriots have a dual threat quarterback, like, except for Steve Gordon, which was a long time Patriot, an all time Patriot. He, other than Steve Gordon, I'm gonna have to say this. He might be the only other dual threat quarterback. Cam Newton, I'm gonna have to say this. He was drafted in 2012, had some ups and downs until this year, and he's been really 7 years. The thing is that Cam Newton never really had any good weapons, any good wide receivers other than Brandon LaFell, Ted Ginn Jr., Greg Olsen, recently Christian McCaffrey, um, like so many guys, even himself when he ran the ball back in 2015 and he won the MVP. Only to lose against the no-fly zone, the Broncos. And if you know what I'm talking about, Patriots fans, you would obviously know. As you can see, we're currently running the Heisman formation, and this is like one of the most like interesting formations that I've ever run because you can have a power option, you can have like a speed option, you can have so many things, and it actually works. But Brett Hundley gets injured. You know what happens? Jay Sanders is in the game, and we got a safety a few plays earlier, and that actually hurts. So now I run this play, and I was thinking like, let's throw it up to Travis Kelce. No. So we ran it, and Brett Hundley actually got like something bruised up. So now Josh Allen is the holder, which actually makes sense. And thankfully, I made it because I didn't put in the gray area to make it accurate. And sometimes I do like the kicking meter, sometimes I don't. But it really just depends on what I do. And these two schemes that I ran, IForm-1 Strong and Heisman, all worked out pretty well. And the Baltimore NFL Live playbook, I'm gonna have to say, actually works. And I run different formations, different schemes, different everything. And if I see something wrong with the defense, I modify it. And if it works, it works. If it doesn't work, well, then I'm screwed. This is how I run and construct schemes before I actually do them. So like I'm learning what coverages, like cover 2, well, cover 1, cover 2, cover 3, cover 4, cover 6, nickel, dime, quarters. Like I'm getting there. I'm also learning about different blitzes. Like I'm willing to like study a playbook and understand how it works, so that way I can translate it into Madden. Like, okay, let's just say that. I just feel that way. I just honestly feel that way because I just honestly feel that way because like in the NFL we have a bunch of different playbooks, high school playbooks, college playbooks, but middle school they copy what certain high schools and basically do what they, they do what's best, and it doesn't really work because certain teams, and I come from Cockrell Middle School. For any of you guys who know this, you might relate to this, but we on the A team they would get everything. Well, on the B and C team, if they perform well, they have to do it. So on the C team, I was trying to like innovate and everything, but my coach was like, "Oh, we have to take one step at a time," and I was like, "Oh, okay, you're just messing with me." It's a WTF right there. Like, not trying to be rude to Cockrell Middle School like football, but it's like you have to create new plays. You have to implement different coverages. You have to implement different blitzes. And that's what drives us to win. We need different coverages. We need different blitzes. We need offensive schemes. Like, literally, we did a revamp for, like, especially for Cockrell Middle School football. We did a complete revamp for how offense works and defense works. Like defense is like the lineman and linebacker formats. For corners and secondaries is basically what coverage works. Um, Different blitzes, like the whole shebang. Offense wise, we need like a dual halfback system, a dual quarterback system. I mean, it's basically how it is in my eyes. Yeah, and what I translate to Madden, I always try and use different playbooks. Like, I would record a bunch of games, and if I feel like EA'd, I don't do it because I don't upload it sometimes. Because, one, excuse me, this game that I would run, like, one time, okay, I'm gonna say this. One time when I was recording, I was trying to run, like, jet wasp every single play. And let me tell you, it did not work because the defensive scheme, the defense, like the Chiefs, the 49ers, like the Ravens, they have good defenses. It just doesn't work. Like, I can tell, like, if you're at the cover 2, the cover 1, or any of that stuff. As you can see right here, we scored a touchdown with Devin Hester. And he's doing the shoot, and we actually, I put Devin Hester on a cross route. Cross routes, my friend, are the most cheesiest. And as you can see, we got the 2-point conversion. Brian Dawkins got a fumble, and you're gonna notice something at the end of the episode. So stay tuned for that. So it's now gonna be 31-5. Which is a very interesting like score number if you think about it, because number one, okay, never, okay, there have been Super Bowls with odd digit numbers, like it's normal, but you've never had in a Super Bowl where it's like 5, 2, or even 9. Like, I'm pretty sure 9, 8, any of those numbers, like, above, like, 5, like, 5 and 6, like, 6 and below, I don't think it's normal. And even if it was, it would be insane. Like Super Bowl 53, 13-3. That's the lowest scoring Super Bowl ever. You don't see 3 as like the final score. That's just embarrassing. 13 is reasonable. But you would see is something like 24, 30, 32, 31, 17 if it's really like close. But then I'm like, okay. And as you can see right there, we forced like a hit stick fumble on Christian McCaffrey. It didn't work. Oh my god, Cam Newton. So here's what I did. We injured Cam Newton in the Super Bowl. And we also bumped up the minutes just a little bit. I think. I don't know, but I think. As you can see right here, the backup quarterback is playing. And I think he's a rookie, which actually scares me. So we have 2 quarterback spies. It's a play action, and the wide receiver gets the touchdown. So now it's 12-31, which again, it's one of those odd numbers. Like I'm pretty sure 12 could be there, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, but like 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, or and even 0. That would just be insane. I would be pretty disappointed. But what I'm not disappointed in is that happened. An onside kick recovery, we did it. So I'm going into recent plays. I'm going into the Hesiman option. We're going to run with Jay Sanders. Because why not? And look what happens. I do that. Then I realize, nah, we're going to, like, do something else. So I run this option. I gave it to Michael Thomas. That works. Okay, pretty reasonable. And the Carolina Panthers were 3rd in, like, rushing yards, like, stopping rushing attacks. Today, they are allowing 31 yards. And right there, I pitched it to Jay Sanders, and he got a rushing touchdown in the Super Bowl. That is the first time I have ever done that. That is the first time ever, I believe, that the kicker got like a rushing touchdown. And if you probably know about the series, Jay Sanders has been the GOAT throughout the series because he has done passing touchdowns. He has done rushing touchdowns. Basically, he's the GOAT. And I even do like an onside kick, but that doesn't work. I do it out of like mercy, something, but so after we stop the Panthers, I'm gonna do 2 clock if possible. So anyhow, we stop Christian McCaffrey. That doesn't work right there. Then I do like a CB like blitz. So basically, what I usually do is I do blitzes. So this is nickel normal. Yeah. As you can see, we stop them here. Yeah. This is when we call the timeout, or like they call the timeout. Yeah, they called a timeout because they wanted another chance. The rookie quarterback was in. So then I ran Tampa 2, which is like my favorite coverage, and we got the stop. The thing is about Tampa 2, and you're gonna have to realize this, Tampa 2 is one of the best coverages in the game. I know, like, there's something called, like, nano blitzes and stuff like that, but if you were to run Tampa 2, you could honestly, like, relate to me on how I do it. So now I go to recent plays, and I decide, like, let's go with this option right here. I go to Michael Thomas, get some yardage, and we go out of bounds. So, reality, Carolina Panthers are, like, over with. They're done. So, we go with the Heisman formation. Heisman option. I pitch it to Jay Sanders. And we get to the other side, and I am so happy for this man. Like, he is literally the MVP because he did something that no kicker ever did. And as you can see right here, Michael Thomas is getting some yardage, which is pretty nice. So then we run a Heisman option again. I pitch it to Jay Sanders. He like literally outran Luke Kuechly, which is pretty nice, if I dare say so myself. I check everyone. So I give it to Michael Thomas. That like is true clock. Actually, it's not really true clock in a way. So again, pitch it to Jay Sanders. He outruns. So then so then my punter comes in on third down, and I'm like, okay, let's try something interesting. He got rocked, and this is what happened. Yeah, we gave up my punter got clobbed, and that's why I didn't like my punter because like he was undrafted and he's not a good quarterback, a punter at all. But so it's 38-19. Um, so I decide to run the Heisman option again to like end it because I feel like it's the only way. We pitch it, try to spin. That's the end of the game, guys. Your Toronto Mounties have broken the curse in this modern era of football, and we have gone undefeated. This is the second time the Toronto Mounties have done it, because if you don't know, if you watch the series, this is the the original, like, it has the history of the Miami Dolphins. Like, our coach, like, I literally traded off every single Miami player that I could think of. We traded, like, everyone. We released some guys for picks and stuff like that. But you know what? That's one of the highlights. Thank you, Jay Sanders. Another thing is that for the Miami Dolphins, they went 14-0 and won against the Cowboys, I think. We went 16-0 and we won the Super Bowl. So 2 times the Miami Dolphins have done it. Patriots on the other hand tried and it didn't work. Anyway, Brian Dawkins is the MVP, defensive player. Thank you, Madden. So guys, this is the end of the series. I'm gonna be posting Madden 25 content, and by the way, for TikTok. If you didn't watch like the last compilation, I highly recommend it because it was a grind. Record time. I posted a lot of TikToks, and yeah, I'm gonna be learning a lot really. And like I said, this is gonna be like a side job, and since school is gonna be starting up, I'm gonna be noticing like a lot less videos. So we're gonna go back to the main menu. Um, I'm gonna let you know, guys, in advance that I actually deleted the file because I didn't want to do a second season because I was fed up with franchise mode. But anyway, guys, I'm gonna have to say this. Thank you all so much for watching the series. Y'all are definitely lit as my book, and as for me, I'll see y'all in the next one. And peace. Let's go, guys.